Hello, fellow travelers. When we think of happiness, we might picture sunny beaches or bustling cities full of laughter. But for the 8th year in a row, the World Happiness Report has pointed us north to a land of forests and lakes, Finland. It's a remarkable achievement that makes you wonder, what's their secret? The answer isn't found in flashy wealth or endless sunshine. Instead, Finnish happiness is a quiet, sturdy kind of contentment. It's built on a foundation of trust, freedom, and a deep connection to the world around them. This isn't a fleeting joy, it's a sustainable way of life that values simplicity and community over individual gain, making Finland a fascinating study in well-being. What truly sets Finland apart in the European family is this unique blend of pragmatism and peace. While other nations might measure success in economic growth or grand monuments, the Finns find it in the everyday. It's the feeling of safety when walking home at night, the trust that a lost wallet will be returned, and the freedom to pursue your education without crippling debt. The 2025 report gave Finland a score of 7.7 out of 10. Not because everyone is smiling all the time, but because the systems in place allow them to live with less stress and more security. It's a happiness that comes from knowing you are supported by both your government and your neighbors. This consistent top ranking isn't an accident. It's the result of carefully cultivated societal values. The pillars of Finnish happiness, as identified by researchers, are things like high social support, low corruption, a long and healthy life expectancy, and the freedom to make your own life choices. Finns have immense faith in their institutions and in each other, a social glue that holds the nation together, especially during tough times, like the recent global pandemic. This sense of shared responsibility creates a powerful feeling of belonging. You feel like you are part of something bigger, a team working toward a common good, and that's a profoundly happy feeling. So as we explore this remarkable country, we'll see that the Finnish secret isn't some magic formula you can bottle and sell. It's a mindset. It's about appreciating the small things, a warm sauna, a walk in the woods, a quiet moment with a friend. It's about a society that has decided to prioritize the well-being of all its citizens. Finland teaches us that perhaps the truest form of happiness isn't about chasing excitement, but about building a life of balance, resilience, and quiet contentment. It's a lesson that feels more important than ever in our modern, fast-paced world, and one we can all learn from. In Finland, nature isn't just a place you visit on vacation, it's the backdrop of daily life. With a staggering 75% of the country covered in pristine forests and nearly 190,000 glittering lakes, the Finnish people are never far from a tranquil escape. This profound connection is woven into their national identity. A Finn might spend their weekend at a small cabin or moki by a lake, not as a luxury but as a necessary ritual to recharge their spirit. This isn't just a preference, it's a deep-seated cultural need. The clean air, the silent woods, and the lapping water are considered essential components of a good life, providing a powerful antidote to the stresses of the modern world. This relationship with the outdoors is so fundamental that it's protected by law. A wonderful concept called jokaisen oikeudet, or everyman's right, grants everyone, locals and visitors alike, the freedom to roam the countryside regardless of who owns the land. Imagine that. You can walk, ski, camp, and most importantly, forage for wild berries and mushrooms almost anywhere you please, as long as you do so responsibly. This law fosters a sense of collective ownership and respect for the environment. It says that nature is a gift for everyone to share, a public treasure that nourishes both body and soul. Foraging is a perfect example of this philosophy in action. In late summer and early autumn, Finnish forests burst with treasures like bilberries, lingonberries, and a delicious variety of mushrooms. Families spend weekends together, baskets in hand, gathering the bounty of the land. It's more than just free food. It's a tradition that connects generations and reinforces their bond with the natural cycles of the seasons. This simple, rewarding activity grounds people, reminding them of the Earth's generosity. Even doctors in Finland are known to prescribe time in nature to help patients deal with stress and anxiety, a testament to its scientifically recognized healing power. This constant, easy access to nature is undoubtedly a cornerstone of Finnish happiness. It offers a space for quiet reflection, physical activity, and social connection. Whether it's a solitary hike through a silent, snow-covered forest or a summer evening swim in a cool lake with friends, these experiences are the building blocks of a contented life. Finland shows us that you don't need grand adventures to find joy. Sometimes the most profound happiness can be found in the simple act of stepping outside, taking a deep breath of fresh, clean air, and listening to the whisper of the wind in the trees. If you want to understand the Finnish soul, step into a sauna. This isn't just a hot room, it's a cultural institution, a sacred space for cleansing both body and mind. With an estimated 3 million saunas for a population of 5.6 million people, they are more common than cars. Saunas are found in apartments, country homes, corporate headquarters, and even Finland's parliament building. It's where Finns go to relax after a long week, to socialize with friends and family, and to find a moment of perfect meditative silence. The heat, the steam, and the quiet camaraderie create an atmosphere of total equality, where worldly worries and social hierarchies simply melt away. The sauna ritual is a deeply ingrained part of life from a very young age. It often involves cycles of sitting in the hot, humid air, followed by a refreshing cool down. This might be a quick shower, a roll in the snow, or for the brave, a plunge into an icy lake, an experience known as talviuinti. While it sounds intense, the exhilarating shock to the system is believed to have numerous health benefits. Traditionally, Finns would also gently beat their skin with a bundle of fresh birch twigs called a vita, which releases a beautiful aroma and helps stimulate circulation. It's a holistic experience that engages all the senses. For centuries, the sauna was the most sterile place in the home, serving as a place for childbirth and for preparing the dead for their final journey. It was the beginning and the end. While its functions have modernized, its importance has not diminished. Business deals are struck, political decisions are debated, and deep friendships are forged in the gentle heat of the sauna. It's a place of honesty and openness. There's a Finnish saying, in the sauna one must conduct oneself as one would in church. This speaks to the reverence Finns hold for this space, a secular sanctuary for renewal and connection. In recent years, a revival of public saunas has brought this tradition to a new generation, creating vibrant social hubs in cities like Helsinki. These modern saunas are often architectural marvels, offering beautiful views and a welcoming space for both locals and tourists to experience this essential piece of Finnish culture. To be invited into a Finn's private sauna is a true honor, a sign of trust and friendship. It's here, in the simple, steamy darkness, that you can get closest to understanding the quiet, resilient, and deeply content heart of Finland. It's an experience you just have to try. One of the proudest pillars of Finnish society is its world-renowned education system. It's a model that consistently ranks among the best globally, and its principles are beautifully aligned with the nation's overall philosophy of happiness. The Finnish approach is built on a simple yet radical idea: equity over excellence. The goal isn't to produce a few star students, but to ensure that every single child, regardless of their background, has access to a high-quality education. From daycare through university, education is completely free, removing the financial stress that burdens families in so many other countries and making learning a right, not a privilege. What you'll notice in a Finnish school is a distinct lack of pressure. There's less homework, shorter school days, and more time for play, especially in the early years. Standardized testing is minimal, allowing teachers the freedom and trust to do what they do best: teach. Teachers in Finland are highly respected professionals, and the profession is very competitive, requiring a master's degree. This trust-based system empowers educators to tailor their methods to the needs of their students, fostering a love of learning rather than a fear of failure. The focus is on collaboration, creativity, and developing a child's natural curiosity. The results of this holistic approach are remarkable. Finnish students perform exceptionally well in international assessments, but more importantly, they grow up in an environment that values their well-being as much as their academic achievement. The system is designed to identify and support struggling students early on, ensuring that no one is left behind. This comprehensive support network creates a sense of security and fairness that extends far beyond the classroom walls. It shapes citizens who are not only knowledgeable, but also cooperative, resilient, and socially conscious, contributing to the high-trust society that defines the nation. This commitment to education is a long-term investment in happiness. By giving every child the best possible start in life, Finland is building a future founded on knowledge, equality, and opportunity. It sends a powerful message that every individual is valued and has the potential to contribute to society. This is a profound source of national pride and a key ingredient in the country's recipe for contentment. The Finnish education system proves that a gentler, more trusting, and more equitable approach to learning can lead to smarter, healthier, and ultimately happier people. Traveling through Finland is like experiencing two different countries, depending on the season. Summer is a time of pure magic, defined by the midnight sun. In the northern parts of the country, the sun doesn't set at all for weeks. And even in the south, like Helsinki, the nights are merely a brief dusky twilight. This endless daylight transforms the nation. Finns emerge from the winter darkness with an infectious energy, eager to soak up every moment of sun. Life moves outdoors to lakeside cottages, bustling market squares, and outdoor music festivals. The long days feel like a gift, a time for celebration, relaxation, and reconnecting with nature. These endless summer days are spent embracing the outdoors. It's the season for swimming, boating, fishing, and enjoying long, leisurely meals with friends on a porch overlooking a lake. The atmosphere is relaxed and joyful, a stark contrast to the quiet introspection of winter. The light energizes people, fueling a desire to be active and social. Visiting Finland in June or July is to see the country at its most vibrant and open. It's a time when the natural beauty of the landscape is on full display, from the lush green forest to the thousands of lakes sparkling under a sun that never seems to sleep. Then, as the light fades, winter arrives, bringing its own unique and powerful beauty. The landscape is blanketed in a thick layer of pristine snow, and the world becomes quiet and still. While the darkness and cold can be challenging, Finns don't just endure winter, they embrace it. It's a time for cozying up in warm cafes with a cup of hot coffee and a cinnamon bun, for cross-country skiing through silent forests, and for the thrilling tradition of ice swimming. It's a season that encourages a slower, more reflective pace of life, a time to turn inward and find comfort in simple pleasures. The highlight of the Finnish winter, of course, is the chance to witness one of nature's most spectacular displays, the Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis. In Lapland, on a clear, dark night, you can watch the sky come alive with dancing waves of green, pink, and purple light. It's an unforgettable, almost spiritual experience. You can enhance the magic by taking a husky sledding tour through the Arctic wilderness, or embarking on an icebreaker cruise in the frozen Gulf of Bothnia. These unique experiences show how Finns have turned the challenges of their climate into opportunities for wonder and adventure, finding joy in both the light and the dark. The high happiness scores in Finland are not just about feelings. They are deeply rooted in a tangible, high standard of living that is accessible to everyone. The country operates on the Nordic model, which successfully combines a robust market economy with a comprehensive social safety net. This means that while people work hard and businesses thrive, Finland is ranked number 4 globally for being open for business. There is a collective agreement that society should care for all its members. This commitment is most evident in its universal healthcare system, which ensures that everyone receives quality medical care, regardless of their income. This removes a huge source of stress and insecurity that plagues people in many other nations. This social contract extends to all stages of life, creating a foundation of security from cradle to grave. We've already touched on the free education system, but the support doesn't stop there. Finland offers generous parental leave policies, affordable high-quality childcare, and strong unemployment benefits. This system is designed to give people stability and opportunity. It allows them to take risks, like starting a new business or changing careers, knowing that a safety net is there to catch them if they fall. This sense of security empowers people, giving them the freedom to build a life that is meaningful to them, rather than one dictated solely by economic necessity. Beyond the social programs, the quality of life is enhanced by the physical environment. Finland is a land of clean air and pure water. The cities are safe with extremely low crime rates, and they are designed for people with efficient public transportation, plenty of green spaces, and a strong emphasis on work-life balance. People are encouraged to leave work on time and enjoy their evenings and weekends with family and friends. This cultural emphasis on personal time is a crucial component of well-being, allowing people to rest, recharge, and pursue their passions outside of their professional lives. It's a society built for humans, not just for productivity. Ultimately, Finland's high standard of living is the practical application of its core values: equality, trust, and community. The Finns have made a collective choice to invest their national wealth in the well-being of their people. They understand that a healthy, educated, and secure population is the basis for a successful and happy country. This commitment is not seen as a burden, but as a wise investment in their shared future. It creates a society where people feel cared for, valued, and free to live a good life. A simple yet profound formula for national happiness. While Finland consistently wears the crown as the world's happiest country, it's important to remember that no place is a perfect utopia. The Finnish version of happiness is more about contentment and security than constant elation, and the country faces its own set of real and significant challenges. One of the most practical difficulties for residents is the high cost of living. Like its Nordic neighbors, Finland is an expensive place to live. Taxes are high to fund the extensive social services, and everyday goods, from groceries to dining out, can come with a hefty price tag. This can be a source of stress, especially for those on lower incomes. The climate, while beautiful in its extremes, also presents a formidable challenge. The winters are long, dark, and intensely cold. The lack of sunlight for several months of the year can have a significant impact on mental health, leading to seasonal affective disorder and a general sense of gloominess. While Finns have developed many coping mechanisms, from vitamin D supplements to embracing cozy indoor activities, the pervasive darkness is a recurring struggle. It requires a certain level of mental fortitude, that famous sisu, to navigate the winter months without letting the gloom take over. And it's a part of life that newcomers can find especially difficult. This leads to one of the most serious paradoxes in the Finnish happiness story: the country's struggles with mental health. Despite the high life satisfaction scores, Finland has historically had concerning rates of depression and suicide, particularly among older men. Researchers suggest this could be linked to a variety of factors, including the harsh climate, a cultural tendency towards stoicism and not expressing emotions, and the loneliness that can accompany a sparsely populated country. While the nation is actively working to address these issues with improved mental health care, it serves as a crucial reminder that societal happiness doesn't always erase individual pain. These challenges provide a more nuanced and realistic picture of life in Finland. They show that happiness is not the absence of problems, but rather the presence of strong systems and personal resilience to deal with them. The Finns' contentment is not based on a denial of life's difficulties, but on a pragmatic acceptance of them, combined with a social structure that aims to mitigate their worst effects. Understanding these struggles is key to appreciating the true nature of Finnish happiness. It's not a perfect, smiling paradise, but a resilient, supportive, and deeply human society that is always striving to do better. In recent years, Finland has navigated a significant shift in its geopolitical landscape, a change that has profoundly impacted the national psyche. The country's decision to join NATO in 2023 was a direct response to security concerns arising from its 830-mile border with Russia. This historic move marked the end of a long era of military non-alignment and has brought a new sense of security and reassurance to the nation. For many Finns, This strategic alliance has lifted a latent anxiety that has lingered for generations. It has strengthened their position on the world stage and reinforced their alignment with Western democracies, adding another layer of stability to their already well-ordered society. This newfound security has allowed Finland to focus even more on the qualities that make it so unique, and the world has taken notice. There is a growing global fascination with the Finnish way of life. In an era of increasing political polarization, social anxiety, and digital burnout, the Finnish model of high trust, community focus, and a deep connection to nature feels like a breath of fresh air. People around the world are looking to Finland for lessons on how to build a better, more balanced society. They are drawn to concepts like sisu, the simplicity of the sauna culture, and the revolutionary idea that a nation can prioritize well-being over wealth. The story of Finland inspires us because it feels both aspirational and achievable. The ingredients of its success, trust, nature, equality, community, are not magical or exclusive. They are human values that any society can choose to cultivate. The Finnish example challenges the notion that happiness is purely an individual pursuit. It demonstrates that our personal well-being is inextricably linked to the health of our communities and the fairness of our social systems. It suggests that by investing in each other and our shared environment, we can create a society where everyone has a better chance to flourish, a powerful and hopeful message for our times. So, as Finland continues its reign as the happiest country on earth, its story serves as more than just a travel guide. It's a blueprint for a different way of living. It encourages us to look for happiness, not in grand gestures, but in the quiet moments. A walk in the woods, a shared silence in a sauna, the feeling of safety in our own neighborhood. It reminds us of the power of community and the profound peace that comes from trusting one another. Finland's greatest export may not be technology or timber, but an idea, the quiet, resilient, and deeply contented happiness that we can all strive for. Thanks for joining me.